Happy New Year. 2022 is officially here. My name is Ango, bringing you guys an AEW news video. If you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell. Today, we are talking about WWE confiscating AEW signs and another move that pretty much makes it easy for us to assume that they do fear the growth of AEW. What's actually really interesting, though, is that WWE also confiscated a sign from a pro wrestling fan in Detroit who brought a sign supporting me and my YouTube channel. So, I don't know, maybe it's WWE now wanting people to promote other things. That could very well be logical. But also at the same time, too, there have been several episodes of WWE Raw where we have seen MJF-related signs or Hook-related signs or whatever it may be, right? And there's been a lot of signs in WWE in the past where it criticizes WWE and they don't get confiscated. So the idea that WWE is now starting to do this a little bit more often is kind of interesting. I watched AEW last week, and there were a lot of people bringing signs to the show, which is something that was really big during the Attitude Era and the 90s. And I feel like that is something that's kind of been missing from wrestling in general. WWE confiscating signs that have any sort of relation to AEW tells me that they are just a little bit nervous and a little bit scared of the growth of that company. And, I never really understood, of course, if it's obscene, if there's something offensive or something like that, but, let people bring signs, let them have fun with it. I never really understood this idea of stopping people from bringing signs, especially because sometimes people bring multiple signs. Obviously, yeah, there's got to be some sort of rule set, but in this video, we have the picture of "You Aren't MJF." At the end of the day, I don't really see an issue with that. I don't see an issue of Tony Khan, Nick Khan. Yeah, it is a little bit more playfully, but I think WWE needs to stop hiding behind the fact that AEW does actually exist, And if you've ever watched WWE's product or anybody from WWE talk about AEW, they're very picky and choosy on when AEW is ever brought up, right? Sami Zayn had the promo. Triple H talked about that pissant company back at the Hall of Fame thing. And then also on top of that, we have seen WWE, like Triple H, tweet out, hey, it's not a marathon, or it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. There's all this stuff. So they're very picky and choosy on how they actually acknowledge AEW's existence. But also what's really interesting is as things like this happen, WWE rightfully promotes AEW on the network when Stone Cold has his podcast and he's talking with Chris Jericho, right? And there's actual references to AEW guys and stuff like that, which we know when Chris Jericho was on there, he was just actively promoting AEW as it is. So I never really understood this thing. It's not like we don't know AEW exists. We know that they exist. So why is WWE doing this? And I think this has a lot to do with AEW's growth. And AEW continues to grow. And AEW continues to sign people from WWE. So at the end of the day, I think WWE has a little bit more of a different approach. And we'll probably see less and less mention of AEW. But it is a very interesting story. And I want to hear what you guys have to say. So let me know in the comment section. If you guys want more news videos, don't forget, click that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time.